AITA for telling my in-laws that if they want a grandchild they should give my wife her inheritance now. Basically, my in-laws want their only child, my wife Diana, to start pumping out grandchildren. Diana is 28 and just finishing her PhD. Then she wants to get established in a career before we start a family. My in-laws know how much money I make and they know we could live comfortably off my earnings. That isn't what Diana wants. She has worked her ass off to get where she is and she wants to reap the rewards of her hard work. She also says that once she is working then I can cut back on my hours, I'm a welder, and relax a little. I have been working since I was 15, so literally half my life. I make a very good living in return for a lot of fairly hard work. I have supported Diana and her education. She will graduate without student loans. We have a house. She has a good car. We have a good life. We want a few more years alone before we start our family. Over Christmas the in-laws just wouldn't drop it. I finally snapped. I said that if they wanted grandchildren then they could reimburse us for her education. They could further pay her the salary she would be giving up. When she returned to work, they could pay her the difference between what she could be earning and her entry-level position. They could pay for a nanny so my wife could work. Or they could back off and wait for us to be ready. They said that they couldn't afford all that. I asked them how they expected us to afford it. I said that if it was really what they wanted they could just give her the inheritance that would be coming her way now instead of later. They got all offended and said that is not hers until they don't need it anymore. Diana asked me to drop it. She has tried dozens of times to explain to her parents why we are waiting. They just ignore her. They ignore what we want for our lives. They have been very cold since Christmas. They seem to think I was a rude asshole for pointing out the costs of what they are asking for. A lot of her family agree with them that I went too far in asking them to pay if they want a grandchild now instead of later.